Yes, thank you so much for that. Yes, I watched that video. The last training that he did, I plug in too. I still plug in when anybody on the team does a training. I'm trying to get on that training. That's how you want to be. And when I saw those steps, I was like, oh, he basically just said the steps that I do on a what's the word, not subconscious level. You
Right.
know,
Yes.
he broke it down. And I was just like, that is so good. And I hope people really, really receive that. And make sure you get his book, How to Build a Big Team Fast. That was one
Come on.
of the early books that I had on personal development and learning the skills that knowing exactly what to look for in a business, learning what I needed, the skills, because a lot of people, they have no idea that they need to know how to talk to people, how to close people, how to do personal development. They don't know that. So when I read that book, I was like, oh, can you go over a little bit of what you talk about in the book, Dr. Breakthrough, so they can understand the importance?
I would love, yeah, I would love to. And if you want to, we could set up a special Zoom where I teach on some of those principles, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm available to, you know.
Yes.
And also, I'd love to have your slides.
I got
Hey,
you.
that's my presentation in shorter form. I love it. but that's one of the things. But that's the beauty. By the way, we used to say R&D stood for research and development, but now in the age of the internet, R&D stands for rip off and duplicate. And I say, but that's the key of success, though, is the duplication. I say you don't have to, like I teach my team, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can get your own rims on it, because sometimes people just buy it because of your rims, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I can say Dominique can say the exact same thing that I say, but people will get it from her that didn't get it from me, because, and write this down, everybody, this is what's powerful about communication. The average person, and this will help you to build your team like crazy. The average person has to hear something 7 times, 7 different ways.
I remember that.
Or from 7, it's in the book. Yep, 7 times, 7 different ways, or from 7 different people. Now, here's why many of you get discouraged, because you're the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th person, and they don't join with you. So you're all discouraged. No. See, whenever they join with you, you happen to be the 7th one. I don't know who I'm going to be the 7th one for, so I just got to talk to everybody, right? And when you talk to the people, I'm telling you, here's another principle in the book. I'm only looking for those who are looking for me, and I'm only looking for those who are looking for an opportunity.
Yes.
Say it again. I am only looking for those who are looking for me, and I'm only looking for those who are looking for opportunity. I never feel rejected. You know why? Because if you tell me no, which, by the way, we come back, I'll do a training. I'll show you how to never get another no again. Matter of fact, when we throw it in now real quick, how to never get another no again?
Please.
Say no first. Listen, when you're talking to somebody, you're texting with somebody or through Facebook Messenger, and they have 10 million thousand questions, and they're bringing up like they have this doubtful tone or whatever. I say to them, you know what, this may not be, or maybe the time is not right, but you know what, I got so many people to talk to. I don't mean any harm, but I've got to go. And that is not a psychological trigger I'm trying to pull. I'm really serious. And oftentimes they'll say, oh, wait. I'm like, no. I mean, I'm not trying. Really, seriously, because here's what happens, my friend. You got to have posture. If you understand how what you have is so powerful. See, Domonique knows, because she can say, look, you could be somebody that was struggling 3 years ago or so, and now get started with this concept, and in 13 to 14 weeks, make $25,000 a week or $100,000 a month. See, when you know something like that, you talk to people differently than when you first start. You see what I'm saying? And so like one of this lady, I hear this quite often, but a lot of times people say, man, you are so convincing. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. This is in the book too. I am not convincing, I'm convinced. And because I'm convinced, when I speak from a place of conviction. And when I speak from a place of conviction, people that hear me are convinced, but they're not convinced because I'm trying to convince them. They're convinced because I'm conveying what I believe from a standpoint of conviction. Now, Dominique, if you know what I just said, please explain it to me. I'm confused myself.
It's so powerful. I'm telling you, you really, really want to get that, because I really didn't know about like posture and everything, and I'm gonna tell you a story really, really quick, because you do have to be convicted, because I know this for a fact, because when I had all my money taken away from me, y'all, everything I worked so hard for, was completely ripped away from me. And I could not pay my bills. I went from being able to pay my bills, do everything I needed to do, to I couldn't anymore. I had literally a week or two to get myself together. So when I talk to people, trust and believe, I talk to them differently. I will call them. I'm like, listen, you got to look at this. If they told me no, I'm literally like, listen, this is serious. Just sign up. Like, sign up right now. I was telling people to sign up. They was looking at me crazy. Like, you operate completely different from when you come to, when you're like, oh, I got to get my 3 people. Hey, do you want to join me? No? Okay, great. Hey, do you want to join me? Oh, no problem. I'll talk to you later. You know, it's way different when you know what you have.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now, and it's a sales game is what it is. And what happens is you are sold. And by the way, that's the greatest, most important sell you're ever going to make, which is in the book also, How to Build a Big Team Fast. And somebody's typing in there where you find just www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com is where you can find the book. But that's one of the things that we talk about in there is again, that conviction and having proper posture, that's going to go a long way. So I've had a lot of people tell me, I don't even understand a thing about it, Doc. If you in, I'm in. So when you have influence and posture, like one guy told me, and I don't advocate this. He said, "Man, if I saw you jumping off a bridge, I'd jump off after you because I know there's money down there somewhere, and there's going to be a parachute or something." Right? Now, here's the problem, though. You don't start off having that kind of posture, that kind of authority, what happens, it grows as you grow. That's why, first of all, Domonique, can we clap for everybody who's on this webinar?
Yes.
Congratulate them. Because see, you don't even understand this. Yes, because see, you're investing in yourself by getting on these webinars. I mean, I jump on so many different webinars. People like, a lot of my team members said, "Doc, I saw you in a webinar." Like, dude, you know this stuff backwards and forwards, inside out. Well, first of all, sometimes you need to call or you need the webinar or the Zoom, and other times the Zoom needs you. Ooh, come on, somebody.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes you need it, and other times it needs you. But I never know what little nugget is going to be dropped. And sometimes it might be something I already know, but it just gets reinforced. Or maybe it's just a little teeny tweak that I get. And people ask me all the time, where can I get my breakthrough? I said, well, matter of fact, would you like to know what your next breakthrough is? And they said, yes. I said, are you sure? And they said, yes. I said, bend over, bend closer. You ready? They said, yeah, I'm ready. And I say, I don't know. They're like, excuse me? I said, I don't know. It might be in the next book you read. It might be in when you click on that link that Domonique put in there and says how to win friends and influence people. Or it might be when you go to How to Build a Big Team Fast and buy the book. Or it might be by hearing Domonique, maybe before this Zoom is done, something that she says. Or it may be, I just don't know. So you got to be like a bird with your mouth open and be hungry and just gobble up all the good stuff you can. And sooner or later, something will click. And without you, all of a sudden it'll be like, wow, and you got your breakthrough, right? It's incredible. It's crazy. So you just never know. So you got to always be on the calls. You got to get on everything you can, read everything get that candlestick Bible, read it, get everything you can get, everything. And you'll never know. But I'm telling you, you are in for a breakthrough. And Domonique, again, let me applaud you because see, one of the martial arts principles that we learned also is I went from always a student to then being sometimes a student and sometimes a teacher, and then from going to be mostly a teacher and sometimes a student. And where martial arts get mixed up is when they're only a teacher and that's it. That's when they end up getting messed up. You got to always be learning. You got to always be in learning mode. And again, sometimes, and write this down if you don't have it, somebody could put this in the message chat. People got to hear things. I said it before, 7 times, 7 different ways from 7 different people. So Domonique might be 1, I might be 2, somebody else may be 3. By the way, you may end up being 7. So don't be intimidated because somebody powerful, quote unquote, talk to them. By the way, I don't believe in any big I's and little U's. There's just a big God who wants to use you. You just got to surrender in spite of your fear. Because see, your next breakthrough is on the other side of your comfort zone. And you're seeing the Domonique that has come out of her comfort zone and is constantly coming out of her comfort zone. Matter of fact, Domonique, let me drop something hot that's in that book also, and that is this. Successful people have learned to become comfortable with being put in an uncomfortable situation. Oh,
yes.
Somebody help me. Let me say it again.
I remember that.
Successful people have learned to become comfortable with being put in an uncomfortable situation. Here's why. Because it's only when you're put in an uncomfortable situation that strength that you didn't even know you had comes out. See, David would have, you got to have a Goliath problem to know you got David potential. And so most of what, Dominique, most of what I was praying for God to take out of my life, he wanted in my life because he's trying to develop me, right? See, I'm the world's first breakthrough speaker. Motivational speakers try to get the caterpillar to move faster. I assist the caterpillar into the cocoon, and then eventually out of the cocoon is a beautiful butterfly. So it's total transformation. But that transformation is a painful, uncomfortable process. So you have to stay focused on the outcome, the eventual outcome. And that's why Domonique is trying to get you, and I work with my team. I mean, when somebody makes founder, I say, man, congratulations, you made founder on your way to legend, right? Don't let them congratulate themselves too long on that. Hey, congratulations, you made knight on your way to legend, right? So it's always pushing them to go further and go further and go further. And as they say, focus on that. All the little problems that happen in between time don't bother them as much because they're so focused on where they're going. And that's what Domonique has been done. That's what every major leader does. And the beautiful thing is, just like Domonique, she's so transparent with you all. She was where most of you, matter of fact, she's further back than some of you are now. We were all like that. We were all messes in our life. But guess what? We just kept hearing things like this. And instead of just listening, we took action. We responded. We implemented. And we messed up and we tried it again. And matter of fact, we got to the place, and this is in the book also, we got to the place where we stopped trying and we just started committing. Okay, put this down in the chat. To try is to lie. See, when you say I'm going to try, you literally give your mind an excuse that if it gets too hard, the mind says, okay, I can give up now because I tried. No, to try is to lie. So what you got to do is, and matter of fact, one of my team members the other day was talking. I said, excuse me, do you mind if I help you to get a little breakthrough in just a little simple area? They said, sure. I said, in our conversation, you keep saying try. Could I challenge you to never say that word again? I said, powerful people do not use the word try. They use the word commit. You might even do a Texas version, I'm fitting to, right? I'm fit, but not I'm trying, right? So when you say try, it's like to lie. It gives your mind an excuse out. But when you say I'm committed, then that means I will until. Could somebody put that in the chat box? I will until, right? I will until. That, Domonique, isn't that what you did to get to legend? I'm going to keep talking to people. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep making videos. Right? And exactly. And then you started learning how to say no to some people. Oh, by the way, you tell me no, I tell you back, thank you for not wasting your time or my time, right? Because if you're not interested, guess what? I don't feel rejected because you wasn't the one I was looking for. I'm only looking for the ones who are looking for me. I'm only looking for the ones who are looking for opportunity. Can you put that in the chat, please? Put down, I am only looking for the ones who are looking for me. Now, I'm only looking for the ones who are looking for an opportunity. By the way, as a little side note, if you got 10 million questions, you ain't looking for me. Right? It's a $99. Okay, Domonique, I put this question together. Can I drop it real quick for somebody? Okay, you can't do this. Don't public post this. But when you talk to people, say, if I could empower you with a system that would help you to get a 500% increase or more in a month or less, will that be worth 39 minutes of your time? Yes, yes, or yes. Say it again. If I could empower you with a system that would empower you to get a 500% increase off a $99 purchase within 1 month or less, will that be worth 39 minutes of your time? Yes, yes, or yes. Now, somebody type in the chat, what do you think the answer is to that? They always say yes. They always say yes. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, when they get started, I'm going to show them to get 3, and then theirs is going to be free once they then get their 3, upgrade to the IBO, and so forth, pay the 15. But then I'm going to show them now what you're going to do is you're going to help your 3 to get 3. Listen, never allow the company's minimum to become your maximum, because if somebody drops, you're in trouble. So you got to always go above. So get your 3 to help your 3 to get 3. We do that. Now, I did that in one day. Most people can do it within 2 weeks, and surely people can do it within a month, okay? So what does that mean? That means you're a knight. What does that mean? You're making $500 a month. Well, back up. If you paid $99 and you made $500, that's a 500% return. So I teach people, if you don't like, because some people are like, that trading is just too hard for me to understand. Look, I can try to get a 500% return per month without ever trading, although that's our real product and that's what you got to get. But if it's too difficult for you, well, just hang around and listen to the lingo, and slowly but surely it'll catch on you. But in the meantime, let me help you to get a 500% return per month. They're like, man, Doc, how do I do that? Well, first you sign up and let me show you.
Right.
Okay. So again, all of this, www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com, the book. I believe it really helped you. Domonique, just so you know, I want the people to know, my wife and I, we were blessed to build one team to 13,000 people. The owner had made me a deal that if I did it in a certain amount of time, 10,000 people even, and he didn't stick to his word. So we left there, and without taking any people, we started with another company. By the way, that company I built to 22,000 people in 5 months. Now with that company, I was making over 100,000 a month. Then a company hired me to be their chief breakthrough trainer or international trainer. And I liked what they were doing so much. I said to the owner, hey, can I build also? He said, sure. And so I personally sponsored 898 people. Within 6.5 years, it turned into 1.5 million people. Ooh. People kept saying, Doc, please, I bet, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm sure, Domonique, you're getting the same thing. Once you get success, people want to know what you're doing. So I simply tracked everything that I was doing. I put it in a book. It's called How to Build. Well, first I did it as a training, How to Build a Big Team Fast, and people used to have to pay a lot of money to go to it. So then I said, well, let me reach the masses. So I put it in the book, How to Build a Big Team Fast. And it's literally like 100 pages. I have people that tell me they buy it to read it one day. And they said, oh my goodness, it's so full of nuggets. And then, Domonique, I have team leaders that they buy the book in bulk, and they get their team members, and they start teaching their team members. Each week is eight different main points, and they cover one main point each week to make sure they're going through it. See, there we go with that duplication thing again, right? And going through those stages that I talked about, right? Because sometimes we learn so much, we don't have time to implement it. And so anyway, let me stop. I'm getting too much. You asked me to say one word.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Breakthrough. Yes, definitely get that book, How to Build a Big Team Fast.com. Like it's just going to help you a lot and help you understand what it actually takes so you can be prepared. But I want to make sure you write this down, guys. This is a great exercise that you can do that's going to help take you to the next level. And a few questions that you need to ask, then I'm going to bring Selena on. So this is what you want to do, and this is what I did. I would stand in front of the mirror, and I would literally put my hand over my heart, okay? Because your heart is very, very powerful, okay? I stood in the mirror, so you're looking at yourself, looking through the eyes of yourself and your subconscious mind. And I would say, I, Domonique Barbie, I am committed to doing every step of learning and absorbing and applying whatever information I need to reach the level of success that can change my life, and committing to repetition of correct behaviors daily, ! Okay? So let me read it again. I said, and you put your name in there, okay? I, Domonique Barbie, I am committed to doing every step of learning and absorbing and applying whatever information I need to reach the level of success that can change my life, with an ! And committing to repetition of correct behaviors daily. Okay?
That's now, wait a minute, Domonique.
Get it?
Domonique, you didn't say try. You didn't say try in there, did you?
Hold on, let me make sure. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you said I'm committed, not I'm trying. I'm committed.
Yes.
See, by the way, can we congratulate Lynette August? She typed in there, oh my goodness, I just ordered the book while y'all was talking. And a couple others said, hey, I just got my copy. By the way, I'll sign and autograph it. But
Oh,
it's not about the buying the book. That's not what I'm. Yeah, but that's not what's important. It's not about you buying the book. It's about you following the instructions of someone who has the success that you want, and you're being an implementer. And that's what's, see, Dominique, that's what separated you from so many other people, is because they hear the stuff, they even clap, they write it down.
right.
But you're like, no, I'm gonna keep saying it until I implement it. I'm keep working on it until I implement it. And so, excuse me, I just want to clap for you, Dominique. You bad to the bone, girl.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm glad whoever, make sure you all get that book, because I'm gonna start to test it. Say on the earlier, I said you got a test on it. So I'm gonna ask some questions. And that really did help me a lot, because I used to deal with a lot of rejection, and him just saying, like, everybody is not meant to be with you. Everybody not meant to work with you, honey. The people who work with you, those are the people who are divinely set to work with you. Everybody else, God is doing you a favor and saying, don't deal with that person. Because I've had some people I tried to tug and pull in, and then they were the worst headache of my life. So listen, if they say no to you, say, oh, thank you, Lord. That's a saving for me. I don't got to deal with that. Next person, yada, yada, yada. So you want to make sure you write down at least, I would say, 5 to 10 whys of why you are doing what you're doing. You want to change your failure mind to a success mind. Okay, that is why I meditate, I fast, all that stuff. All right. And these are the questions that I had to ask myself. It really, especially if you want to be 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, 8-figure earner, whatever the case may be, the first question you really have to ask yourself is, what must I learn? All right? That's the first thing. What must I learn? Because people be so bad, they be like, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month, I want to do this and do that. But they never ask, what must I learn to make that type of money? So ask yourself that. That's the first question. The second one is, what skills must I upgrade? Please write these down, because these are the questions that I search for to understand, how do I become a top network marketer, affiliate marketer, or whatever the case may be, right? What skills that I need? And when you get that book, and if you just research network marketing books, just line them up, sign them up, like the Breakthrough book, what's the other one? How to Build an Empire. Those type of books, they tell you, Eric Worre, GoPro, he tell you the skills that you need to upgrade, right? The number 3 question, what beliefs and habits must I develop? What beliefs and habits must I develop? These are real life questions that I ask myself. And that's why when I went to that seminar on how to make 7 figures in 7 months, I was listening for their belief method. How did they think? I was listening for their habits that they did on a daily basis. So you got to ask yourself, what beliefs and habits must I develop? Because the beliefs and habits that you have now, some of them are causing you to miss your success. For example, there are people who are afraid to do things that's going to take them to the next level. They're so terrified. And guess what? That belief and that habit is causing them to miss out on their blessings. All because of fear, which is false evidence appearing real, right? So you got to ask yourself, what beliefs and habits must I develop? I remember crying when I had to do a video because I didn't want to do it and I was terrified, okay? You got to do what you got to do. So the other question is, what beliefs and habits must I let go of? What beliefs and habits must I let go of? Okay, what is some beliefs that is holding you back? I'm not good at recruiting. I'm not good at sales. I don't like people. Money is evil. That type of stuff get people really, really messed up, okay? The other question is, who is willing to help me achieve this, okay? Who is willing to help me achieve this, all right? Who's going to help you? So if you can answer those questions and you really, really get serious about them and do what you need to do, you'll be successful. So Selena, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there you go. Let's talk. What are your tips on duplication?
What'd you say?
I was saying, what are your tips on duplication, Mrs.
You said my
Jackson
attempts on
Jackson?
duplication. Hey, this is a lot. Okay, you said my tips on duplication? Is that what you asked me?
What'd you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Tips on duplication is, like you say, you got to be consistent. You have to learn how to, in this industry, you have to learn how to do 3 things. And we have preached this over and over and over again. You have to learn how to do the PS3 system, peak interest, shoulder information, and three-way calls. You have to be consistent with it every day. You have to make a list of 25, not just one time. 25 people is not going to get you to legend. 25 people is not going to get you to 2,000 a month. So if you look at your numbers and you see what you need to get to those numbers, you got to talk to that many people, and you have to train your teams to talk to that many people as well. Once you get to that position of night and above, like I say, you have to build a relationship. If you're not in the relationship building, if you're not into relationship building, then it's going to be very, very difficult and very, very challenging for you to learn how to do this business and get to where you need to be. And I'm just being honest, because sometimes, you know, and I call it dream blockers. Sometimes people come into this, and some of you guys, this is brand new. A lot of people have never done this before at all, right? They've never done this before. You know, they're used to they're creatures of habit. If you don't learn how to implement new habits of, like you said, what Dr. Breakthrough said, what Dominique Barbie said, implement new habits to take yourself to the next level, this is going to be very challenging for you to do this. And if you don't stay plugged in. So, for example, you know, people have routines that they do every day. Now, this is the part where you are in your comfort zone, because you have been doing the same routines for year after year, month after month, day after day. Come home from work, the kids is, hey, mom or daddy, and hollering around. You get on the phone, you get on social media, you turn on the TV, you turn on your music, you start kicking it, and with the kids, you all distracted. You ain't even thinking about running the business, right? You get on the phone, the kids finally settle down, you eat dinner, do all that great stuff. Your favorite reality shows are on, your favorite TV shows are on, and then it's late night, then you're like, okay, let me check in to this business I just doing. Let me see what they're talking about and what they're doing. I paid my $99. Let me see. Okay, oh, people ranking up and stuff. Okay, I'll check back in again tomorrow. I then did all type of non-income producing activities throughout the whole day, but I get back to it. And you delay your success. Why? Because of your habits. So until you learn how to create new habits, and they say it takes 30 days to break a habit, 30 days to introduce new ones. So you got to say, okay, for the first 30 days, let me get my mindset right. Let me really say to myself, I really want to change my income. I really want to make a difference. I really see all these people here making money and ranking up. So I know it works already. But what do I have to do? What do I have to do this? You have to follow the systems. The systems have to be taught to other people. So, like I said, when you go to a job, you get trained. Almost every job you go out there, when you're new to that industry, I don't give a care if you was a teacher at one school, you might go to another school. They might have different rules or how they want their things run at that school. So you got to get trained to their rules. When you come into this business, you got to be trained on how this works. You have to follow the system. You have to go to trainers. The ones that don't show up to trainers don't know what they're talking about. The reason why it's hard for a lot of people to duplicate and a lot of people to talk to people is because they lack the confidence, because they don't even know what they're in themselves. How many people that's new on here have literally went through your back office and really looked at what you had, learned your back office? How many people has really went to the trainings and learned the PS3 system, or even how to introduce people, even use the scripts, or even did any of that? How many people? You got to ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Until you start being honest with yourself and say to yourself, am I really giving it all I got? Even if you just say, okay, I'm going to commit to this for 90 days and give it all I got, meaning, okay, family, I have to restructure my schedule because I'm trying to take us to another level. So off with the TV. Okay, y'all got to get organized. I got to get straight. I got to get my mind right. I got to learn how to run this business, because now when you pay, some people think just because it's $99 that you think it takes a lot to run a business. People used to commercial businesses paying these thousands and thousands of dollars. No. So here it is. I signed on, put my debit card in, and I paid $99 to run my own business. And here I am 2 months later, I'm at $20,000 a month, getting ready to hit $50,000 a month. That's $600,000 a year. Because I made a decision. I made up my mind. I didn't let the dream blockers, my own mindset, my friends, my families, my habits, and entertainment stop me. I don't even turn on my TV at all. I don't even socialize and kick it at all because I'm on a 90-day run. Friends and family, they understand what I'm doing. I'll get back to y'all later, unless you want to come and rock this with me real quick. My habits is I get up every morning, I go to my computer, I sit down and I start working. I treat this business like a business. So I want to learn everything that is about Tradera, how you build a business, how you build a team. You almost have to take yourself to school, personal development. Like she said, the things that you are lacking in, you have to do it. So now when you do that, you have confidence. Now you can get on the phone instead of saying, hi, I have a business opportunity. Could you look at this video and stuff? You don't sound confident. So they're not going to listen to you. If you ain't sound confident and you don't sound like, hey, you got the bomb.com in your hands, how the heck someone else going to receive that and how they're going to feel good about you presenting to them if you don't even know what you're presenting yourself? You don't even know what you're excited about by yourself. Why? Because you didn't stay plugged in. Because you didn't practice. I don't give a care if you're new. If you're new, it don't matter. Keep going on their phones and say, hey, I'm going to get me some people in this business. We're going to build this business. Even if the first 10 people, tell yourself my first 10 people I call are going to be practice people. So I can build up my confidence and get used to this, right? Tell yourself, I'm going to do this until I get used to it because this is new to me. If you look at it as practice, what they say, practice makes perfect. So eventually you're going to be good at it. You're going to get better at it. It's almost like if you never played softball before and you keep playing, you're going to get good at it. You never bowled before. You keep doing it and you join the league and you just keep doing the same things over and over and over again. You're going to become a master at it. But you have to do it. You have to start. You got to keep doing it until you become a master at it. How are you going to become a master at something if you don't put it into practice to master it? You have to. So you have to take responsibility and do the things like me, myself. I'm telling y'all, I have never, okay, in the last, I would say majority of my life, I have never made a lot of money. I met with Domonique Barbie, and that was probably the most money I made in my whole life, in my career in promotion, sales, and marketing. I was making $10,000, $20,000. I was the $10,000 and $20,000 a year earner on the average or something like that. I ain't never made $50K a year. I ain't never made $40K a year. I ain't never made $30,000 a year. So I'm no different than you. But here I am. I made the decision, so I'm going to stick to it. Yes, throughout the years, I have done personal development, but I started from somewhere and I had to read books. I did do personal development. I did watch videos. I did go to events where I got training. Yes, I did. Yes, we did. But look what it done for us. Look how it paid off. Look at how people look at us. They look at us as leaders. And when I look at myself, sometimes when people say, you're a leader, I'd be like, I am? I'm so humble that I don't even really take it like that. I just take it as, I just want to be a person that help a lot of people to grow. That's how I look at myself. And if I didn't learn and did all the things that you guys are going to begin to learn to do, and I'm already experienced and done it, then I don't have no problem with sharing how to do it. And that's it. And you guys do that and put into practice. Do it every day. Every day you walk in your house, before you go to bed, say, did I do anything any income producing activity? Did I do anything? Did I call anybody? Did I talk to anybody? Did I really do a post? Did I do any of those things? And be fair with yourself. You can't say that, did I try to do it? No, you didn't. You didn't do it at all. Just do it. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it, okay? And I didn't want to say too long because I know other people might want to speak. So that's my money's worth, mouth worth, whatever. Dominique here, take it over.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job. Y'all heard her. I've seen her when she didn't have nothing. Did you want to say something?
No, that's powerful, Dominique. I had a great idea. I don't know if I could show everybody my screen. I got this great idea. If you can see, I got a board here, Dominique. It says limiting beliefs.
Yes.
Now this is covered in the book also, Your Breakthrough's Guaranteed. But limiting, but not like this though. Limiting beliefs. Now, right in the middle of the word beliefs is a 3-letter word called a lie. So what I found out that most of our beliefs are based on lies. So whenever there's lies that we believe in, we live a very limiting lifestyle. When there's lies we believe in, we build a very limiting team. When there's lies we believe in, we build a very limiting income. And that's the one thing that Selena was talking about. So that's why the power of personal development and growing. And so what I do as Dr. Breakthrough, I'm going to break this board. Now, it's a hard board, right? I'm going to break this board physically. And Dominique, I will promise to break this board physically if the people on this line will promise they're going to break through the limiting beliefs, the lies they've been believing on. Well, that's Dominique, but I can't build a team like that. Well, I can't do. If y'all willing to break through psychologically, then put there yes, and I'm going to break this physically. So put it in the chat. Give me some yeses. Give me some yeses. Okay, here they go. You ready to break through your limiting beliefs?
Yeah.
You know, I used to think, well, I'm not smart enough. I'm not handsome enough. I don't come from a good enough family. Whatever it is, you know, I'm a black man in the white man's world. I'm a woman in the man, you know, all these different things we have, right? Come on, type in yes. You ready? Okay, because I'm going to break through this. And when I break through this, because you're either going to have limiting beliefs or you're going to live by unlimited success. Yes. And everybody wants unlimited success instead of limiting beliefs. So let me hear you say breakthrough time, Dominique. Come on. Let me hear you say breakthrough time. Come on, one more time, loud. Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Yeah. So look at that. Lord. We broke the limits right off our beliefs. Come on, somebody. And now that we broke the limits off our beliefs, we can now have unlimited success. But see the reason, so right now, I broke that. Now, by the way, be careful what you call your children. Mama used to call me hard-headed. I got married, and my wife said, your mama's right. But anyway, but do not try this at home, okay? Do not try this at home. But anyway, but real quick here, I wanted to say a congratulatory because, Dominique, while you were speaking, there was Ashley Darden ordered the book, LaTanya Bell, Cheryl Evans, Tony Chopton, or I think I need glasses here, Stacy Turpin, and Lisa Watson, Husina Gabriel, something like that. I apologize. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, by the way, I'm going to actually sign. I signed already the book. I'm going to put I'm going to put your name in there. And matter of fact, I even have the book, Dominique, in CD form because some people, you know, would prefer to listen to the CD. So we got a few of those left as well, okay? And we're going to sign it, put it in an envelope, mail it out to you, get you going. But I'm telling you, just like I broke through. See, I used to think, Dominique, when I used to see people break boards and bricks, I was like, that's impossible. I can never do it. As long as I thought that, I never could. Yeah. Then one day it dawned on me, if they're doing it, maybe if I learned and got a coach, maybe if I start believing I could at least get a coach, then maybe I could do it. And so now I'm doing things that I used to think is impossible. And you're going to be doing things, folks, when you get the right belief system and you have the mentors. And that's why it's so important to get on these calls like you're doing. That's why it's so important, again, just to keep implementing. You know, again, I want to call out those names of people because you are implementers. And by the way, people who implement, I always say there's 3 ways to success, but number 1, I call it getting on the jet of success. You got to have mentors who can inspire you and instruct and inspire you. Then you're going to have models you can follow and then methods you can implement. And the speed of your implementation determines the speed of your success.
Can you say that one more time, Dr. Breakthrough? I don't know if y'all heard what he just said.
Okay.
The last
and I don't mean any harm, but that's in the book too. Okay, so I call it getting off the bus and getting on the jet to your success. And so you got to have mentors, number one, who can inspire and instruct you. And that's what we have here. Then number two, you got to have a model you can follow. And that's what we have here. And then number three, they're going to teach you methods you can implement. But now here's the difference. The speed of your implementation determines the speed of your success. See, some of you are planning on ordering the book. You're just going to wait for another week, another month, another year, whatever, right? But the people that said, no, let me do it right now, right now, right now, right now. Okay, it's not the fact that you ordered the book so much. It's the fact that you moved right. That's a habit of successful people. Mm-hmm. That's that immediate implementation I talk about in my book, Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed. I talk about successful people. It's two things. It's called immediate implementation. And that is, like when I listen to something like this, I'm trying to find out what can I take and do right now, right away, instantly. Why? Because when you start doing that, and that's why when I talk to people, I automatically believe they're going to say yes right now, right away. They ain't got to think about it for 30 days because I don't do that. I do right now. Napoleon Hill said, unsuccessful people. Somebody might want to write this down in the chat. Unsuccessful people take a long time to make up their mind and change quickly. Let me say it again. Unsuccessful people take a long time to make up their mind and change quickly. He said, but successful people, they make up their mind quickly and change slowly, if ever. Wow.
We got to read that book together, y'all.
So unsuccessful people, I think that's a great idea, by the way, too. Unsuccessful people take a long time to make up their mind and change quickly, where successful people make up their mind quickly and change slowly, if ever. So it's that whole thing of immediate implementation. So again, three things. Number one, you got to have mentors who can inspire and instruct you. And I call it getting off the bus and getting on the jet to your success. By the way, finding the right mentor is the easiest, fastest, most reliable way of mastering any skill, right? Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Socrates mentored Plato, and then Plato mentored Aristotle. And then Aristotle mentored Alexander the Great. And then Benjamin Graham mentored Warren Buffett. Of course, Warren Buffett has mentored millions. Jim Rohn mentored millions, and among those, he mentored a young guy. You may have heard of his name, Tony Robbins. And then Tony Robbins, of course, has mentored tens of millions. And then W. Clement Stone was Jack Canfield's mentor. And of course, Jack Canfield was the co-author of the billion-dollar book series, Chicken Soup for the Soul. In the Bible, Moses mentored Joshua. And then Joshua mentored the 3 million Israelites. It was Elijah who mentored Elisha, and Elisha mentored a widow woman who lost her husband, was about to lose her children, and he taught her about having a business, and she paid off her debts and was able to live the rest of her life off the prophets. And then Jesus mentored the disciples and said something very powerful. He said, the works that I do shall you do also, and greater works than these shall you do. So here's the most powerful thing I tell people. If you believe like Domonique and I believe, and do like we do, what happened for us can happen for you, but because we're not the standard, it can happen even better for you, and that's our desire, and that's our prayer, right? And so again, and I hate to tell you that, but again, that's in the book, howtobuildabigteamfast.com, okay? howtobuildabigteamfast.com. So mentors who can instruct and inspire you, models you can follow, methods you can implement, and the speed of your implementation determines the speed of your success. So God just gave this to me the other day, and this one is pretty heavy. Reasons and excuses only work well for those who don't want their breakthrough bad enough.
Come on
Let me say it again. Reasons and excuses only work well for those who don't want their breakthrough bad enough.
Yes.
Right. See, when you hear Domonique, you hear these other leaders, they went through most of what you went through, sometimes even more. But guess what? The difference was they wanted their breakthrough so bad that they were willing to break through any board, any barrier, anything, whatever, because they were so focused. I got to get the legend. I got to get right. And so So reasons and excuses only work well for those who don't want their breakthrough bad enough. Who wants their breakthrough bad enough? That's me. It's me. Matter of fact, put down, it's breakthrough time. How about that? It's breakthrough time. It's breakthrough time, right? So breakthrough time, it's breakthrough time. And I'm telling people for Breakthrough 2020, you need a renewed breakthrough vision that will produce ridiculous breakthrough provision. And that's what we have at Tradera.
Yes.
It's breakthrough time. Yes. Ecclesiastes 3:1, a time and season for everything underneath the sun. Selena says she never made this much money. What the timing was, the time is right now. The time is right. Mm-hmm. It's breakthrough time. It's your breakthrough time, right? It's your breakthrough time. I don't care what they've said. I don't even care what your negative things in your own mind. It's time to break through all that. It's your breakthrough time. And Dr. Stan Harris, known as Dr. Breakthrough, and I believe in you, and you can do that. Oh, by the way, wait a minute, one more thing. Okay. Now, on my regular site, your breakthrough is guaranteed. This is I don't think you even have this one, Domonique. Oh my goodness. This one comes with 100% money back guarantee. I tell people, I don't need your money, but I know one thing, people don't pay attention to what they don't pay for. Right. They pay little attention to what they pay little for, but they pay a whole lot of attention to what they pay a whole lot for. But let me just read something on the back here, and I'm going to show you that picture I showed the other day, and I'm turning back to you. And so I want y'all to understand this. I had one lady said, just the back of the book, I would have paid for the book just for that. But listen to this. You are genetically encoded, each one of you now, you are genetically encoded to experience breakthroughs. It's part of your very DNA. Your first breakthrough was when you beat over 40 million sperm cells to the womb and broke through the walls. Yes, you beat them all. You came in first place. You are championship material, whether you realize it or not. Your second breakthrough was when the water broke and you came through the walls, the birth canal. Yes, you may not have been aware of it until now, but you are a breakthrough master designed by Almighty God. So now the challenge is being given. Do what you were designed to do, and that is to break through every barrier that tries to hinder you from your success. This is your birthright, and this is your destiny. And this book will give you the step-by-step formula. By the way, a formula is something that works every time in every situation by everyone that works it. Oh, come on, somebody. So this formula is designed for you. So now is the time for you to break free from fear, from procrastination, from doubt, from negative thinking. You will no longer be stuck, but rather free to succeed. You are unstoppable. You can only be deceived in the thinking you can be stopped. Did you hear me? You can only be deceived in the thinking you can be stopped. And so it's time for you to get your breakthrough. I showed this the other day. I want to show it now. This is when I was 17 years of age. By the way, it's 10,000 people I was speaking to and after I did my demonstration. You can see a guy holding the board, sitting on the guy's shoulders. I'm jumping up 9.5 foot. Matter of fact, I got another picture with a basketball rim behind me and my head's up above the basketball rim. This is a vertical leap, not running, just jumping up. Now, people say, how did I learn how to do that? Are you ready? I never learned how to do this. I see the picture. Yeah, I know. I never learned. Here's what happened. There's a guy that used to do that, and I was so enamored with him, I was afraid to even ask him how he did it. And I was just new in the martial arts and Ishidu karate. And so my grandmaster, Walter Dodson, who's now going on to be with the Lord, but he said, Harris, come here. He said, Jeff couldn't make it. He said, and I was just a young guy, by the way. I was new. He said, I want you to go over there, take his place, jump up, and kick that board. And my first thought was, he crazy. But I realized the sensei, if you don't do it to sensei, they give you push-ups and on our knuckles on top of concrete, right? So I was like, okay, you don't want to disobey the sensei. So then my second thought was, and this is so powerful, maybe he knows something I don't know. And I'm like, wait a minute, if he's the master and he thinks I can do it, maybe there's something he knows I don't know. So let me just give it a shot. And all I did, Domonique, I remember seeing this guy, Jeff, do it. In my mind, I saw it. I bent down. I jumped up. I threw my foot up. And by the way, I forgot to open my eyes. I just threw my foot up. I heard something crack. I landed. And everybody was clapping. I looked around and looked up like, I did it. What? Oh, my God. What? I did it. By the way, my story is your story. Right. See, you can get a break. See, when you don't believe in you, God sends mentors and breakthrough speakers like myself that can believe in you, and you can use our belief in you to break through the legend and beyond, even when you don't think you can do it yourself. You can use Dominique's belief in you. You can use your senior success line's belief in you to do things that you didn't think you can do. But see, the problem is when you don't think you can do it, and God sends somebody else who thinks you can do it, you won't even submit. And if I would have said myself, said, look, you kick me out the club if you want to, I can't do that. I would never be here telling you this today. I would have never been able to find out what I could do. He saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself. So I just trusted in what he said, and I jumped and bam. And I feel like I'm a debtor now. So I've been in all 50 states, 28 countries, empowering people, getting them to believe. Listen, my wife and I call it my ABCD, Adorable Brown Caramel Delight, but we aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after we've expired. And Tradera is a breakthrough system. And my friend, when you couple that in with the trainings that you're getting, I'm telling you, people will be paying, listen, people will be paying $99 a month just to be hearing stuff like this on the, you understand what I'm saying? So you got it, you're in the right place at the right time. Make sure you have the right frame of mind, take the right action, go to howtobuildabigteamfast.com and get the book. If you want this book, you have to go to drbreakthrough.com, just drbreakthrough.com. But listen, we believe in you, and I want you to take that illustration and remember, this is like a picture of you reaching legend, and you saying, I don't think I can do it. And Dominique says, you know what? Go legend. Right? Reagan says, go legend. Megan says, go legend. Selena says, go legend. Go legend. David says, go legend. Robert Dean, go. Whatever you're, they say, go legend. And he's like, you know what? I don't think I can do it, but okay. And guess what? You'll find yourself there, and then you'll be like me. You'll be a debtor that's spending the rest of my life getting other people to believe in what they didn't think they could do because somebody helped me to do that. So I love you, appreciate you, God bless you.
Thank you. That was so powerful. Just even being even in the vicinity, in the proximity of wonderful leaders like this, I hope you all are taking advantage of it and not taking it for granted. Y'all spoiled. Y'all like spoiled, but it's okay because we love you and we want you to be successful.